Get her done. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I don't know what that means, but sounds good.
I don't know either.
It's just, I don't want to say it's just another day because every day is a new day, but
Yes.
It can
let's
be a
see
happy
here.
Thursday.
Yep.
And your thumbnail
Yeah.
today is
That was my intention.
that's good.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
I can.
Good. Yep. Check.
Check 1, 2, 3.
Testes,
Sounds
testes.
good. Sounds good. Testes, testes. 1, 2, 3.
So I just had breakfast at my little restaurant I like,
Mm-hmm.
where I can eat get really full for like $7, you know.
Right.
Anyways, the cook had a shirt on that said, "Once you taste my meat," and it's got a picture of a person grilling, and it says, "Once you taste my meat, you're going to want to swallow."
Oh shit.
Wow.
And it's got a picture of a guy grilling, you know. Oh my god, it was so funny.
That is hilarious.
That is funny.
I just started laughing hysterically. I'm sitting there by myself. And the waitress looked at me. I said, "I just saw your cook's shirt." Funny.
People, everybody, it seems like everybody comes up with some really good, every once in a while is what I'm trying to say. Every once in a while you come up with some good ones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have
You'll
you
have to
guys,
excuse me. I'm a little bit out of sorts today. I don't,
ever signed up for merch?
I tried and I wasn't approved.
Oh.
Well, damn them. They're missing out.
So I
Did they
said,
give,
screw you.
did they give you a reason why?
No,
Huh.
I don't believe so. They just said, I don't even, was quite a while ago, probably about
Oh.
6 months ago.
Oh.
But I don't know. I have a thing with Amazon. I just don't want to do really anything with them.
I don't like Amazon either.
They just, I mean, it was a good platform when it worked for me. But then it went downhill. And so, I just, but,
Ooh.
I don't really like Amazon that much either.
yeah, Sherry said that, she has merch, but she couldn't figure it out. Said it took 7 months to get approved. That's a
7
long,
months? Wow.
yeah, yeah. That's just crazy.
I think a couple weeks ago I signed up for it and haven't heard back from them.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
really,
really don't.
is it all that? I mean,
I don't really know.
Well, I think I mean, from what I've got from it, I think it's pretty, I would love to get involved with that because I have so many ideas for like shirts and, man, I'd just be popping them off like no problem,
Yeah.
Basically that's all you need is an idea.
Yeah.
And, I thought I could do really, really, really well with that, but to get in, I just think, and I understand that there is, you know, uh, you have to have limits and you have to have, be kind of strict on who you allow in
I have
and
an
all that.
ideal, Valerie.
Okay, you
Get
spit it
Sherry.
out.
Sh- Sherry's approved, So give Sherry your ideas so she can make
Put it on.
t-shirt,
Yeah.
and then you guys split the profit.
Oh, that's a good idea.
What I was gonna say is maybe you should try to apply again, because 6 months ago that was when they were like putting a kibosh on it all,
Right.
on all new sellers.
Right.
So maybe you should try again.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's because, like, I don't have a professional account there anymore.
She said, better yet, I'll give you my account. You can just do it all.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. Till tax time.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be like, hey, wait a minute.
Give me that back.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I got an email this morning, kind of shifting
Uh-oh.
gears all over the place here. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
I got an email this morning of a notice of policy updates for PayPal. They take effect July 27th, 2017. Did you guys get that?
I didn't see anything.
I think I got an email about that.
Amendments to the PayPal user agreement. I didn't really see anything major in there. They're adding terms for a new faster withdrawal option.
Mm-hmm.
If your debit card is eligible to receive faster withdrawals from your PayPal account, which I don't know what that means. I mean, don't you just use a debit card like the debit card? I mean,
Right.
what does
Yeah.
it mean of eligible for faster withdrawals? I don't know what that means.
I wonder
I
if
have
you're
no clue.
like if you're transferring, because it usually takes a day or two.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it
Mine takes three days to get to my bank,
it
and
really?
it's Chase.
Oh, when you transfer?
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
Wow.
It says
Mine
if you're eligible to receive faster withdrawals from your PayPal account, you will be provided the option to use it when you transfer money out of your PayPal balance. So they must be talking about transferring it to your bank.
Yeah.
The transfer will be subject to a 25-cent fee, which will be deducted from the amount of the withdrawal. So
Huh.
it looks like if you send money to your bank account, it's going to cost you 25 cents.
Yeah.
That's how I read it. I'm not
Yeah.
sure, but that's what it sounds like. But I don't
That's
know
what-
why they put the debit card thing in there. If your debit card is eligible to receive faster withdrawals from your PayPal account, I understand that. I mean, what would your debit card have to do with it? Because you're
Right.
just transferring from PayPal to your bank. You're not even using your debit card.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't understand that.
We use PayPal a lot in my house because both my kids had PayPal and my husband has PayPal and I have a PayPal. And like my kids don't have the debit card, but me and my husband do. And they're on different accounts. So if he's at the grocery store and he needs a couple of bucks more or something, I can send him a couple of bucks on, with friends and family.
Yeah.
I just send it like that, and so that he can do that. My son, he pays his rent through his debit card, but it goes right from PayPal. So that's how he has this set up. So
Yeah.
Huh.
it's connected to his debit card, and then so he can, but it costs $3, I think, for him to make a transaction.
Really?
Yeah. So
Why?
through his debit card. Like his debit card charges them that.
Okay.
Wow.
So
His PayPal debit card does?
no. Just his debit card that he got from work. So that he gets his paycheck on. That will charge him $3 for each transaction if he uses it to send money through PayPal. So,
okay.
but like if I try to transfer money to the bank, it takes 3 days, which is crazy because I've heard other people saying that it takes 1 or 2 days, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, mine takes 1 business day.
Yeah, usually mine too.
Yeah, I wish it was that fast.
And you know, when Tina was doing this, she was I don't know how she, and maybe it was like a different setup with her, because she said she would have to transfer the money from PayPal. She would have to transfer the money from PayPal to her PayPal card, and then she could use her card. And I told her,
That's weird.
all you have to do is use your card. And she goes, "No, Mom,
Mm-hmm.
it won't work like that." Tried,
Huh.
and she said and she's called PayPal, and she said there's nothing that they can do.
Maybe for some reason her card was set up on a different account than her regular PayPal.
Maybe.
For some reason.
I told her just to call that in and
Yeah.
as a stolen, lost or stolen, and then get another one. Maybe that'll work
Yeah.
better or something. I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 2, we are advising sellers that they may receive payments through their PayPal account from customers that use their Venmo accounts. What's Venmo? Anybody know?
Mm-mm.
Transactions will be subject to Venmo's purchase protection program, which is similar to PayPal's purchase protection program. I've heard of Venmo before, but I don't know what it is.
I'm looking it up. Venmo is a free digital wallet that lets you make and share payments with friends. You can easily split the bill, cab fare, and much more. It's that thing that they advertise on TV.
Oh, okay.
It's like PayPal.
And then number 3,
but it's like an app that you can get on your phone.
Yeah.
I see. Then number 3, we are updating the payment methods used section to clarify that for pre-approved payments, if you have money in your PayPal balance will be used first, and your preferred payment method will be used for any remaining amount due. Which I don't think that's different, is it?
Mm-mm.
No.
Number 4, we are clarifying our rights that apply when your PayPal account has a negative balance. If you continue using your PayPal account when it has a negative balance, you authorize PayPal to combine the negative balance with any debit or transaction sent from your account when that combination is disclosed to you in advance of initiating the debit or transaction. How can you keep using your PayPal if it's in a negative balance?
I don't have any idea.
I don't know how you'd be able to do that.
The only way I've ever used it in a negative balance, well, it was never in a negative balance, but if I have 0 on my PayPal, it takes out of my bank account.
Yeah, that's how it does on mine too.
Yeah.
But I've never been able to use my, because there's times where they'll take like a return. That will put you in a negative balance if you don't have the funds in your PayPal. But I don't think I've ever, I don't think they'd let you use your debit card if you're in a negative balance.
No.
No. You're not.
Yeah. So.
Like you can't use, well, negative. I mean, it's not even, like mine, it can't be negative. It has to be, it's just 0.
Yeah.
And then it takes from my bank account. And
right, it doesn't even have a chance to get to negative. It just goes.
No.
It just goes to 0 once it's 0. If there's any.
Well, it would go negative. Let's say you have a 0 balance in your account right now, and somebody sent back, let's say, a boombox for $150. Your account would go negative $150. They wouldn't take that out of your bank account right away. They would just leave that negative balance until you sold enough to bring it back up. I've
Yeah.
never had a negative balance long enough to know how long they let it be negative, but because I'm always selling, but yeah, so but as far as a negative balance goes, if you've got a negative balance on your PayPal account, I doubt they're going to let you use your debit card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Unless you cleared up that negative balance. Even if it was taking it out of your bank, I don't think they would still allow you to use it if you got a negative balance.
Right.
Anyway, so that's the user agreement. Sounds like nothing's really changing to me, except for that 25-cent fee.
Right.
Other than that, it doesn't sound like much is changing really.
Right.
And I thought it was kind of funny. It said when I pulled it up that they're making changes, and if you don't agree, you can just cancel your PayPal account or something. It said. I was like, holy
If you
shit.
don't agree, get the fuck out.
Exactly. That's exactly what it sounded like. I was like, holy crap. Go PayPal. we're sick of your whiny asses. Get the hell off our platform or whatever, You don't like it? Tough shit. How's that for customer service?
There you go.
I just thought it was just kind of funny, I mean, usually they'll say if you don't agree with these changes or whatever, they'll say, so shoot us an email or something, not just delete your account.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it said too. It just said you could delete your account, and I was like, whoa. That's a little harsh, ain't it? Whatever.
Yeah, Jack Smack says if you don't like it, start your own bake.
Exactly. Exactly. I just thought it was kind of harsh, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I forgot where it was.
I guess if you're that big, you can say whatever the heck you want.
You can tell people to kiss your ass.
Yeah. Tim wants to know what you got yesterday, Valerie.
You know what? I was gonna do a haul video, and I didn't.
You didn't do it?
I didn't. No, I didn't do it, and I should have.
Yeah.
I regret it now, but maybe I mean, I haven't got a lot of it. I got some of it listed last night, but I could still do a video. We'll see what happens. But it was a good. I was there for about an hour.
Oh.
And I mean, it was just kind of like you had to get in there and start going and just get going, just start piling stuff on, because if you didn't, it wasn't gonna, somebody else was gonna get it.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I was just kind of cutthroat and just jumped right in there and just started going. And there was people, how you get into a rack of clothes, and you're in one space, and then you got this one lady, and she's getting closer and closer, and she keeps coming in your face, and and then finally she's just right there. That was kind of weird, but
yeah,
I didn't like that. I was like, give me some elbow room, lady.
Anybody ever heard of personal space? You are in my bubble.
Exactly. Oh yeah. But usually in that store, I have a little more, because I usually don't go on that first day when they put the new merchandise out. But yesterday it was a madhouse. But I was prepared, because they open at 11, and they have 5 carts, grocery carts, and there was 15 people waiting in line. So you knew you weren't going to get a cart. So I took my little shopping basket. I was prepared. And so I just, it didn't work out the way that I thought it would, just because I was in kind of such a hurry to get stuff to grab stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't work out as well as I thought it would, but
Yeah. Yeah, I always take my own whenever I go yard selling, I take a summer beach bag, like a
Mm-hmm.
tote.
yeah,
That's what I take to yard sales. I always take stuff like that to yard sales, and I try to keep my my loop just in case I need that. And then I try to keep a pen and paper in there just so that if I see something that I don't recognize, or I mean, you can always take a picture of it with your phone and stuff, but um, I like to have a pen and paper just so I can, if I need to write something down, like a brand or something that I'm not familiar with, I can write that down, and so I can look it up and maybe go back the next day or something. Um, and also a receipt book,
right.
um, because I try to write down like what the address is and how much I spent there
Mm.
for my receipts.
Right.
So yeah, and I feel like if you take that, you're kind of also batteries would be good, I guess, if you wanted to
Yeah.
test something and they don't have batteries.
You know what would probably be good, and not to say that I think the bag is an excellent idea, but maybe have like they're not in style these days, but like a fanny pack or something,
Mm-hmm.
or like a crossover purse or something that you could just slap it on and you
Well, I
know,
usually just put all that stuff in the bag. There's
right.
like in my beach bag, there's like um an extra little pocket on the inside, and that's what I keep my stuff in.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, a pouch or anything. But yeah, it's it's good to be prepared,
Yeah.
especially if you know that you're going, you know, yard selling, and um I don't know why, but I'm scrolling Facebook right now.
Get out of there.
No, I didn't even know I was there. And then I just seen this elephant go, ooh, and it's got rainbow colors, and I'm like,
Mhm.
where did that come from? Yeah. Jason Banana. He says, Lil, who the fuck wears a fanny pack? Hey, I
But
sold fanny pack.
Hank Allen
I
Cat
s-
said they they're coming back.
They are.
yeah,
So something to keep your eye out on for fanny packs
with
with
my Crocs and socks. You
that's
betcha.
right. That's right. Your knee high socks.
Yeah, I've
That's
wore
funny.
Crocs and socks. Thank you very much. Till they started to
Good
have those.
job, Nikki.
Till they had those fuzzy inserts. 'Cause you don't want to be wearing your Crocs without socks in the wintertime.
Right, right. Yeah, bikers buy leather fanny packs. Well,
Or
yeah.
you
Yeah,
don't
I've
really
sold.
want to be wearing Crocs in the wintertime anymore because they're horribly slippery when it's
Oh, I bet.
when it's crappy out. I was on crutches one
Yeah.
time, and so after one of my knee surgeries, and um, and I just wasn't comfortable in shoes, but I would wear my Crocs, and because they were just easier to slip on, with my knee, I couldn't bend my leg, right after knee surgery,
Mm-hmm.
and I was on my crutches, and I stopped at this gas station, which I never go there anymore because of this, and she was out at the pump, and I was just about done pumping, and she goes, I see you're on crutches. She said, be careful with those Crocs, you'll fall on your ass.
Oh
and
no.
because it's real slippery. But do you think that bitch would take my money for me? Nope. She made me walk into the
Oh,
hobble in there with crutches, and
oh
I
my
did
God.
almost slip. I mean, it wasn't her fault that I was wearing Crocs, but I mean, why didn't she just take my money? You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I would have offered to take the money for somebody
Yeah.
since she was out there and going back in. But I don't go. I don't go there anymore. They're real stinky there. If you're there pumping gas, and if you're taking too long, they'll say something to you that you're taking too long at the pump. Like if you're
Hurry up.
checking your oil and you're washing your window and stuff, they'll come out and tell you need to hurry up because other people need to get in and get gas.
I have people that come up and they wash their whole damn car with my squeegee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that.
I'm not kidding you.
Oh, I
You
don't
think I'm
doubt it.
kidding, but I am not kidding you. They will wash their whole car with the window washer fluid, which
Yeah.
is water and a drop of Dawn dish soap. That's all that's in there.
Huh. You guys are cheap.
People think it's some kind of magic fluid or something that costs, $5 a bottle. Nope.
Nice.
Bitch tits.
What?
That's my favorite word. Oh yeah, the bra for men. The man's ear.
My man's here.
Well, yeah, we have the blue stuff in the wintertime. We go for the blue stuff and we have just that, but because the water will obviously freeze.
Yeah.
But in the summertime, it's all about that Dawn dish soap.
I use the purple stuff in my car in the wintertime. It gets rid of the ice on your windows easier than having to scrape.
I keep a spray bottle in my truck, and it has 1 part water to 3 parts alcohol. No, to 2 parts alcohol. 2 parts alcohol.
Rubbing alcohol?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it doesn't freeze. And if you spray it on the windshield, that ice, it just disappears.
Huh.
It's a saver, man. Because I live so close to my house that I think it's a waste of gas if I turn my truck on and let it heat up. And, that's the only way I'm going to get rid of the ice. So I just go out there, turn my truck on, and I spray my window, and I go.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Bacon. What are you talking about? Bacon wrapped titties? What the hell? Blackberry thistle tea? Crazy girl.
This show just went to hell in a handbag.
Yeah, if I was to read everything, you guys are gonna make us lose subscribers and stuff. Oh well, they can't handle it. If it's too hot, they need to get out of the kitchen.
That's right.
Please,
see you later, Foxy Print.
Oh, what was that? I was trying to read it and you disappeared. You made it disappear.
Yeah, I have magic powers.
She was a spammer?
Yeah.
A spammer?
Yeah.
Oh, well, damn you, Jason.
Oh my gosh.
Just goes to show you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I live close to my house. Is that what I said, Megan? I'm on drugs right now, so I have a reason to say
you
stupid
have an excuse?
shit. Yeah, I have an excuse today to say stupid shit. Oh, okay, Tracy wrote something, but we can't say her name. I just said her name.
Yeah. What the hell?
That's hilarious. There you go, another merch shirt. Jack Spack says, so far this morning we have start your own damn bank and once you taste my meat and bacon wrap titties.
Oh my God.
We're doing real good today.
Wow. That's awesome.
We are some eventful people. You like
It's
my
very
shirt?
true. I do like that shirt. That's cute.
I like it because it's very Americana. America.
American?
America.
America.
America. I'm sorry. I'm a little Fruit Loopy this morning.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I'm not feeling very good. I don't know why, but I just don't feel good.
Are you just achy?
No, I actually feel kind of congested.
Oh.
I don't know. I just feel like
It could be because
there's a big fog.
Allergies, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I wish you felt better. Yeah, we are getting there, Jack Smack. Just keep talking a little bit more and we'll be there before we know it. A baking cooking alarm clock, huh, Banana?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I've not seen that. Morning, Robin.
Hi, Robin. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm having pain right now, but whenever I take those pills, it seems like, I kind of forget about it.
That's good.
And I feel better.
Robin says, "Are we stuck, or is it just me?"
As far as I know, we ain't stuck, and I'm not coming out of the room until somebody says they can't see me or hear me or something.
Ew.
Maybe you need to refresh, honey.
Yeah, maybe.
Bacon toothpaste.
That sounds disgusting.
I mean, there's some things that are weird that I can do, but stuff like that. I mean, I love bacon and I can go for bacon any time of the day, but you ask me to brush my teeth with it and I'm probably going to work. Hi, Grandma Magic Classics. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you missed some good stuff already.
Oh yeah. We've made lots of merch t-shirts already.
That ain't no lie.
Bacon and ice cream. See, I can't do
No.
I can't do that. I can't do some things I like the sweet and savory together, like say peanuts with M&Ms.
Right.
Like stuff like that. But when you go bacon and ice cream, ugh.
Oh.
I just,
Nope.
somebody that was pregnant made that shit up right there. Yeah. I mean, I love bacon and I love ice cream.
Yeah. But
See, but I can do French fries and Frosties. Yeah. Dip your French fry in your Frosty and your chocolate Frosty. I could totally do that. Yeah, I said hork. It's from Dazed and Confused.
I was like, where did you get that word from?
It's from Dazed and Confused. If you've ever seen that, they were making up, I think they were saying different words for throwing up and talking about how they were so messed up on alcohol or whatever, and they were saying different words for throwing up. Yeah, and hork was one of them.
That just sounds. That sounds.
That's the way it's supposed to sound.
I guess so. Yeah, there's a reason for that.
And that's what I usually use for that. Anyways, yeah. Okay, let's get off. I need some freaking cha-chings. Come on.
I hear you.
I got one sale today so far, but I need more. And I listed like 7 pairs of shoes yesterday. I love that movie too.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It has, what's his name? I need more. Hi, Jason.
Hey, what's
going Jason!
I miss your face.
Aw, thanks.
I love that movie too.
Oops.
I don't think I've ever.
I think your YouTube's not muted. Okay.
Got it. Sorry.
Hey, do you know this movie, Dazed and Confused?
I've heard of it, but no, I haven't seen it. Why are you giving me that look? I get the look first thing.
The first 2 minutes of your video. It's got the comic. He's a comic. I'll find out his name right now.
First of all, I'm totally confused because I'm going for like 2 weeks, and Nikki's in a fucking car now. That just like blows my mind. What happened?
Yep.
She did that just for you, Jason.
What's with the car?
Dazed and Confused.
She's got her mean face on too. Look at her.
Oh yeah.
I know.
I'm gonna kick
She
your
kind of
ass.
looks like she means business. You talk about my car.
The steering wheel's too low. I just
My car. Jason said you got your mean face on. Maybe I'm thinking. Am I thinking of another movie? Jack Smack. Have you seen this movie before? I see. Dazed and Confused. I remember that it's. I mean, it's got Jason London.
I'm bad with actors' names, so you know.
That's a one way.
Unless they're real popular.
I'm not so good either. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong movie. Because
you either have to be
it says that it has Ben Affleck and Matthew McConaughey in it too.
Matthew McConaughey, hey.
Hey. But I know that I'm almost positive that word comes from that movie.
What word?
Hork.
Torque?
Pork like a
Pork?
pig? Like Porky the Pig?
The hell does pork?
No, Hork.
With an H?
What the hell does that?
R-K.
I thought she said she wanted to pork me. I'm like,
maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong.
Jesus gosh, Sally, he just got married.
No.
Like,
no working allowed.
I thought you guys were going to do like a little super chat thing all of a sudden. I was getting my dollar bills ready to slide in.
No, hork is a meaning of like, it's a word for like throwing up.
For throwing up?
Yeah.
I could see hawk. No hawk and a loogie.
No.
Work. Huh. That's weird. All right.
So Nikki, enlighten me because I've been out for.
Are you okay, Valerie?
What?
What's the car?
What?
Dying over here.
Yes, these are medicated words.
What'd you say, Jason?
What's with the car, Nikki? What happened?
What's wrong with the car?
No, why are you in a car?
Where's the van?
He doesn't like it. It's all wrong for you.
I
That's what
know
he said.
my van broke down, and my
Oh.
husband does not want to fix it anymore
Oh,
because he
come
doesn't like
on.
fixing vans. He said the only way I could have another van is if I get like a regular minivan that has a hood, not a doghouse. So he doesn't want to fix my van. So now
Oh,
I'm stuck in a car. He says because so now I'm looking for something else, I guess, unless he decides to fix it. But I don't think he's gonna fix it. I think he's just gonna junk it.
all right. Well, first of all,
I don't think it's anything major, but he doesn't want to work on the van anymore.
where are
Even
you
though
gonna,
I'm on 2 years on that van for less than $1,000 we have into it, and all he's ever had to do to it was um, plugs and wires, which is just normal tune-up stuff, and what else did it? It was ignition something. But that was all he's ever had to do to it. So
where are
it
you
may
gonna
be
put
the
all your
death of my
auction
van. Huh?
Where are you gonna put all your auction winnings now?
I know I gotta take this car there to the auction. And
You gonna
it's
get a
like
roof rack?
we're gonna put stuff.
You're not gonna be able to buy very much with that.
I mean,
I
she
know
buys
this
the
is actually the car we
thing.
bought for my daughter. This is actually the car that we bought for my daughter, the Chevy Malibu.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using it. Well, I'm driving it because this had an issue, and so now I'm driving it to see if it has the issue again. It had an issue for her, and she says, "Well, the car's got an issue," and she tried to explain it to us. Well, when my husband went to test drive it, it didn't have that issue, and so I'm driving it to see if it ends up screwing up. So I've been driving it for the last few days, trying to see if there's an issue.
Oh,
But
okay.
I haven't found an issue
You're not
yet.
gonna be able to fit any scoreboards in there.
Oh, yeah. Well, the other day I had this when I went to the auction at the school. I had this packed full. I had in the trunk. This thing's got a trunk. I could put probably 2 bodies in that trunk. Anyways, also it actually works well because plus the back seat will lay flat, and the front seat will also lay flat in case I need to put like 2x4s or something in here. Kind of cool.
Well,
But
that's
for a
good.
car, you know. Anyways, the other day at the auction, I had this car packed full. I had trailer packed full. I don't remember how big the car trailer is. I'm not very good with measurements. And I had my the Dodge truck full, and then my daughter's other truck full. Between me and my dad.
Wow. Well,
I got a lot of stuff. Good stuff too.
do what you gotta do.
You.
Yep, gotta adapt.
I'm gonna sell most of my stuff, older stuff, this weekend at my rummage sale, hopefully.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's an old school mafia measuring system. 2 bodies.
Yeah,
It's an old
I am
school mafia
Italian.
measuring system.
that's like the minimum standard. You know, it's got to at least fit 2.
What did
So,
you?
yeah.
Oh, someone commented on 2 bodies analogy for trunk.
So Jason,
Yes.
you're married.
You know, I know, but to be
Mhm.
honest with you, it's no different than any other day of the week. After living
I
together
know
for
it.
like 4.5 years or so, it's like
Right. Yeah.
nothing's really
I
changed.
know.
It's no different when you live in sin first.
That, and I guess
I
because I'm older, I don't know.
Oh, I'm
but
losing service or something.
it's good. It's good.
Oh yeah, it's
So
all
happy
good.
for you.
I'm happy. Yeah, absolutely.
Did you have a nice rest away from work?
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I don't like to rest much. It bores the hell out of me. I went to
I
bed
know.
early like every night, and I just don't know what to do. Like,
I guess I'll just go to bed.
yeah, serious. I even lost like 6 pounds. Okay,
Well, you're supposed to be like doing the bump and grind like every night,
well, that's
well, a
probably
couple
why I
days,
lost
couple
the
times
weight.
a day.
All that sweating.
That's how you lost all the weight. I totally agree. That it's a good workout.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one for taking much time off. I'm so used to working every day. You know, if I just take like say a week off or something, even if I'm home, I'm like I just sit in front of the TV because I'm lost. I have nothing. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't watch too much TV, but I mean, I have my little shows that I like to watch and stuff, but
you know what it is? Doing this, it's like it's what I want to do. So it doesn't even seem like a job. You know what I mean?
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Every day is just a fun day. I don't know.
I agree.
I never work at it. I never look at it as a drudgery. You know.
Mhm.
Except on picture taking day when I have to do like 500 friggin' pictures. That I don't like so much. But
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, I don't like taking pictures either. I try to pawn it off on my husband, but sometimes he just doesn't want to do it, and so I just have to do it.
it's not even that I hate it. I
Okay.
don't know. I think it's just the constant standing because I take so many at once.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you're a
You're a
little
little
glitchy.
garbled.
So we need a challenge. Yeah, we do. Don't you shake your head at me. We do need a challenge because I what? Why are you shaking your finger at me? What did I do?
You're right. We do need a challenge.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, we need to have a challenge. We need to do that every single week.
Yeah, we
So
really do.
I'm trying to package up my stuff
Oh,
before the
okay.
mailman
That's
comes.
fine.
So I was trying to get that done.
That's okay. Um, so
So you
if anybody's
choose
got
that.
any ideas, if
Yeah.
anybody's got any ideas about uh I I don't care if it's Thursday, Megan. We can have a weekend challenge, Thursday to Thursday, maybe. Or
Yeah.
maybe just Thursday to Monday. Make it short
We
and
could
sweet.
we could do that. Thursday to Monday. That's kind of like a long weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I could do that.
And what do we do? 10 blue items. Well, that would be easy for me. I just list 10 pairs of jeans or something.
There you go.
Uh, Okay, Tim says, question, I open store. It does give some benefits, but how long will it take before I'm allowed to increase what I can sell? Okay, you really need to start. I don't know how many you can list right now. I think he's at 10 right now, isn't he?
I think so.
Because
but I'm
remember,
not-
he's new.
I think he is. at 10.
So I think it's 10. Tell me if I'm right, Tim.
I don't,
Oh,
you know.
yeah. I mean, it's hard whenever you first start and you can only list
Yeah.
so much.
You know, they only started doing that, what, 2 years ago or so?
I don't know. That's how it was whenever I first started.
Oh, really? I mean, I started so long ago, there was no limits to anything, you know.
Yeah, he's only at 10. But like Jack Smack says, you can request an increase in selling limits once every 30 days on eBay. Yeah, they won't raise you up just because you have a store. So having a store is iffy right now because you're not really going to get the benefits that you need from it. First you got to get yourself up there, and then you can, when you get a store, then it'll be a um a good, what am I trying to say? You'll be getting what you paid for. But like right now,
Yeah, it's funny. I ran into that problem with my second account when I started it back up again after it was dormant for like several years, and they put a limit on it. But when I hit the request, they actually bumped it up right away to like 30,000.
Oh.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure if it's because maybe they could see that it's linked with my main account, or the secondary account has like 7K feedback, so maybe that came into play, and they see that you're
maybe.
So I don't know, but they dropped the limit with it at the very first, and then it went away. Like within 30 days, I requested to up it, and they gave me like a large up. Like I said, it was about 30,000 or so.
Yeah, Tim, okay, so I don't know how long you've been selling for, or how long you've had your account. But like Jack Smack says, every 30 days, and you could actually call them. I would call every 2 weeks, actually. Call every 2 weeks, and just make sure that you have, yeah. If you have all your listings that you're allowed to have, if you have everything listed, you can, like if you're allowed 10. Oh, they said no last night. Okay, so in 2 weeks, or maybe even a week, call back. And if they say no that time, then call back the next week. And maybe they'll put on your account that you're very persistent, yeah, and you just
Now,
really want to sell,
correct me if I'm wrong.
and
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you
Yeah.
can have as many accounts as you can PayPal names linked to your main PayPal account, right? I mean, PayPal emails. Like, I think PayPal allows you to have 5 emails, and you
Right.
can link those to as many eBay, like 5 eBay accounts if you wanted to, right?
I think you can have 9. You can have 9 accounts on eBay.
Oh, okay.
So
And each
9.
one has to be linked to an individual email address that's linked to PayPal.
Right.
But they're all funneling the same PayPal account.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
High Desert. I got an echo.
Yeah.
Is it me?
It's you, Nikki. Okay. Do I have echo now?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so High Desert Vintage says eBay won't even talk to you until you hit 30 days. That may be correct. I know that whenever I was on suspension, I know that they they did up my limits within 2 weeks of each other. So maybe maybe it's only because I was on suspension. Maybe they won't since it's a new account.
But you know what? That's the thing too, is I think, they have rules to go by, but I think in some senses, I think sometimes they can bend the rules a little bit. Or if
Oh yeah, they
they
can.
think that, you're doing good, or you have great incentive, and you want to get in there and you want to sell, and you might get somebody that say, hey, you know what, I think that would be a good thing, let's bump you up,
Yeah,
we'll give you 30 listings, something like that. It can't hurt. It's not going to hurt anything if you call every week.
yeah,
um it's not going to hurt anything. um and so I would recommend it. I'm pretty persistent. I have no problem if I want something. I have no problem calling the person every day for it. If I feel like it's, if I'm eligible for it, you know, I'm going to go after it. So I think that's something that you could.
When my sister-in-law was starting a new account, it just seemed like all they wanted to do was just talk to her. And it seemed like if she called and talked to them, they would raise her limits.
yeah.
It just seemed like that's just all they wanted to do was just talk to you, see what your intentions are, etc.
Did you ever call the
Yeah, every time I click that, because there was a link or something. There was a link or something that you could click on that says raise my limits or something like that.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's like a button or something.
Yeah. And anytime I did that, it would automatically take me to the call us button. And they said it said something like we need more information or something like that, and then it had the call us button to where it would drop down and give you your number or whatever.
Hey Sally, we opened a
Yeah.
store about 2 years ago, and we ran into
a second store.
a second store. I'm like, holy crap! I'm like, yeah, wow, they only let you have 10 listings, whatever. But on performance, list stuff that's going to sell fast. You don't have to make a ton of money, but something just look at what's trending on eBay. List stuff that's going to sell quickly, and we did that. I mean, we put stuff that was hotter, spicier stuff on there. If it's expensive, they're going to hold your money.
Yeah.
PayPal's going to put a hold on it because you're new. If it's over like $50 or whatever, they're gonna put like a hold on it. But as long as you perform, as long as you're getting positive feedback, you're shipping on time very quickly. I mean, it was like within not a month. It was like within 2 weeks because we're getting positive feedbacks. We're shipping on time very quickly. Automatically, they're going to start bumping you up or sending you invitations to up your listing. So I mean, calling is great too, but you got to perform. If you call them up and you still only have those same 10 listings, it's been you need to make it happen. You need to show eBay you're not a crook, you're not a scammer. And what they want to do to verify that is they want to see successful transactions with positive feedback.
Right.
What I think they're looking for.
Yeah.
When we opened the second store, we're like, I don't know how new sellers do it. You know what I mean? With the limits when you first open up.
Yeah, don't quit your day job.
Crap.
Yeah, serious.
I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Because we have the store we usually use is very old, so we have no limits on it at all. We get our money right away, and
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be hard.
oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And just like, hitting a suspension, that's probably why a lot of people just,
Yeah,
get another account or something.
Abandon an account or whatever. Knock on wood, I've never
Okay, so
ended.
date on my Vance and leather pants, my leather pants that I put up for $239. 26 views and 2 watchers.
Cool.
the fancy pants. I heard about these.
Yeah. I didn't pay for them.
Someone's gonna.
Damn right.
Did you put
Yeah.
best offer on?
Yes, I believe I did. I don't want to say yeah, I did, and I didn't. $150. And lower than that. Because it's going to take a little bit to I mean, people, the ones that have sold them before asked for like $42 shipping.
Yikes.
Hmm.
I don't think it would cost that much to ship them. I mean, they probably fit in like a medium flat rate box.
I was just gonna
easily. Yeah. I tried to fit them into a flat rate, bad flat rate. They wouldn't go. But medium flat rate box would probably be super easy to get them in there. And
Am I still causing feedback?
No.
No, it sounds good now.
Okay.
No.
So did it ever warm up over there in Wisconsin, or is it still in the 50s?
No, it's
Oh
like
no, we're in the 70s.
Oh, okay.
it's gonna be 80 this weekend.
Yeah.
The way you guys have been
It's warming
talking,
up a little.
it seemed like it just never warms up.
No. When the switch gets flipped, then it's flipped.
Mm.
It was like 40 something last night here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It was pretty chilly still.
The other night we had frost.
Yeah, we
didn't
did too.
have it. The bugs are bad here.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
like
the bugs are. The
Oh,
June
really?
bugs are out.
You guys are still cold.
it was 51 when we woke up this morning, but it's supposed to hit like mid 70s and thunderstorms. And then tomorrow it's supposed to be in the mid 80s.
Maureen, the free pile picker, says, "Is this show on every weekday?"
Yep. Monday through Friday. 8 a.m.
Monday through Friday, 8 a.m.
Sometimes we start a little
Central.
bit late.
Do your
Sometimes
plug,
we're a little
Valerie.
bit
Do your
Huh?
plug,
I said, do
Valerie.
your plug, Valerie.
Yeah, sometimes we're a little bit, 5 or 6 minutes late, but we're here every day. Unless I'm sick or something like that, we're here. But
Or she's faking. I'm just
Or if they shut off the power because she didn't do enough sales that week.
there you go.
kidding.
There you go.
But then again, always watch, because sometimes if Valerie can't do a show, sometimes Sally will.
Yeah.
She has done that before.
Sometimes.
Yep.
In absolute worst case, we can get a giant antenna for Nikki's car.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll put on a show. I know. Yesterday, because the other day, I think it was Queen City Picker, said that I should have a vlog from my car, saying where I'm going. And yesterday I tried to do a vlog. I did it about 5 times and then said, "Heck with it." and I was like, well, this person must not have much of a life if they want to watch me, because I don't have a life at all.
But you know what? People love reality.
I know. They love watching people do not. And that's the thing. I'll watch people all the time who just sit in their car and talk, or like those van dwellers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I sit and watch people do nothing all the time. And it's interesting to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is.
Well, I mean, we are people watch. I mean, I'm a people watcher. I love watching people.
I am too.
Yeah, Grandma Magic Classics caught that too. You said feck.
I said what?
You said feck.
Yeah.
Invented a new word. Feck.
That's because I was gonna say the F word, and then I.
know you were.
That's the G-rated version.
Are we making up new words now, like sniglets or whatever?
No, that's from Father.
And what about hork?
Yeah.
Hey there, Don.
Yeah.
Morning, Dom.
It's slang.
Yeah, we know.
Okay, I have a story.
I don't word it.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yesterday,
Here we go.
I tried telling this story on my vlog too, but I deleted my vlog, so I'm gonna tell it on here. Anyways, yesterday I went to the dollar store because I had to ship something out, and yes, I actually sold something on eBay. And
Get it?
and that's like two or three items this week. Wow. Anyways, I went to the dollar store to get a box, which it ended up not being big enough. But anyways, I saw this girl in line, and I went and grabbed this tea. They got this razzleberry tea at the dollar store. It's really good. And at the Dollar Tree, and this other woman went. She goes, "Oh, that looks really good." So she went over and grabbed a can. I said, "Hey, I think I know you." And she goes, "You do?" I said, "Yeah. When I was little, you used to hang around with such and such a person." And she was our youth group leader at Good Shepherd Church. And she goes, and she says the little girl's name that I said, and she goes, "Doesn't ring a bell." I said, "Yeah, and you know my sister." And I said, "My sister's name?" And she's like, "No." She goes, "Okay, you said when you were little. So how long ago was that?" I said, "Well, I'm 42. And so she's like, "No, I've only been in town. I've only lived up here for about 12 years. And I said, "Oh, so it must not be you." Well, then we laughed, and I shook her hand and said, "Well, I'm Nikki, blah, blah, blah. Nice to meet you. Ha, ha, ha." And I felt like a real dumbass. Well, anyways, I go out to the car, and I'm thinking, this lady must have thought that I thought that she was like way older than she was. Because when I said when I was little and you used to be she might have thought that I meant she was an adult at the time. So she probably thought, how old this bitch think I was? You know? Whereas she was my sister's age, which my sister is only 6 years older than me. So when I was saying like I was 10, that would have made her only like 16. But I never explained that when I was talking to her. I just said, well, when I was a kid. And so she's probably not that much, really that much older than me. But she's probably thinking, well, this lady's a B-word because she thought I was way older than I am. How old do I look? You know? I thought, oh. I probably offended the lady and didn't mean to. Anyway, do you understand what I'm saying?
Nikki,
No fucking idea, Nikki.
Well, no, because I told the lady, I said, you were hanging around with our youth group leader, which our youth group leader was only a teenager at the time. So if I was 10, she would have only been about 16 or 17. But the way I said it was like she was an adult when I was a little kid, meaning I thought, or she may have looked way older than she really does. You know what I mean?
yeah, Nikki, you need to put way more thought into this. I don't think you really thought this out enough. You need to really.
Do you think I overanalyzed it a little bit?
No, you definitely need to analyze it some more.
The chat just like stopped. Everyone's still trying to figure it out.
I guess maybe I should have just kept it to myself. I'm sorry.
Stop trying to wipe it off.
I thought it was hilarious. I was laughing. I thought it was hilarious, but I guess you had to be there.
Back cover.
Is this like when you ask somebody when's a baby due and they're not pregnant? Is it like those moments?
Well, the thing was is that I was talking to her like I was a little kid and she was an adult
Oh boy.
when I knew her or thought I knew her. But she really wasn't an adult then. She would have been a teenager, but I never explained that. So when I said I'm 42, she's probably thinking, how old does this lady think I am?
Yeah, let's put that one to bed, Nikki.
Okay. I guess you had to be there. I thought it was hilarious. Anyways, I'm embarrassed.
Does anybody else see Valerie?
No, I see a green box.
Frozen.
She's
Okay.
frozen.
No, sometimes Valerie has trouble just with one or two of us. She's trying to send a.
It also seems like Eric.
It says you're there. Okay.
I'm here.
Eric's fault.
Oh, you are.
Hi, Eric.
I'm just not
I
moving.
miss your
yet.
face too.
No, I'm just seeing your icon, actually. Let me refresh.
Choose on Valerie.
Oh, there
Yeah, I see a blue box too.
Yeah, I got him now.
I see a green box with a white person in it.
Eric's wearing his safety orange today. You on the road crew?
Now I got garbage pickup on the side of the road later.
I was just gonna say that you're picking garbage today.
I got just enough to roll my pack of smokes up, and that's all I need.
That's tough.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. People like taking advice from us and stuff, and then later on the day they're driving by and they see Eric picking up trash on the side of the road.
Yeah, we got internet access here in the county, so
He could be volunteering because he makes so much money. He doesn't have to be home working. He's making so much money.
There you go, Nikki. That's a good positive spin on it.
I grew up poor.
See
Believe
you,
me, this thing is so much money.
I'll see Valerie. Hello, can you hear me?
She says she can hear us, but she can't say anything. We can't hear her again.
What the hell kind of...
Everything just went black for a second.
Oh, there's Valerie. I blame Sally. It was Sally when she came in.
Can you see me?
Can you see the advertisement that comes up for this show?
Yeah.
You see it? It's a guy laying there in his underwear with him farting and some guy next to him putting his hand on his head.
Oh boy.
That's the advertisement that came up when I clicked on this show.
What's the product?
Really?
It's like a
You see it?
yeah.
Yep.
Whoops.
That's weird.
Isn't that funny? What the hell?
Was it
Oh,
advertising?
No, I listed
I don't know
it, so
what
it
it's
won't-
advertising.
Oh,
I didn't play it to see.
I
I'll
think
play it and
depends
see.
on what you search during the week.
Yeah, it's all about Nikki's searches for dick and fart jokes. So that's what the problem is.
heart conditions.
What's the name of the show? The Flatulator?
It's about wrecked.
It's about,
Wrecked. It must be a show. TV show.
TBS.
I remember it was a Flatulator, like a robot sent back in time.
Howard Stern's Fart Man show.
That's the name.
I'll be back.
You need to stay off that Pornhub.
It's got all the makings for another B- movie, Jim.
Yeah, there you go. It could be a new horror film. You could star it.
Hey, farts are like monkeys. They're hilarious. Anytime you have either one of those two things in something, it's going to be funny.
I'm telling you, it sounds like the next trauma sensation.
From Trauma.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Now I'll have you guys know, Grandma Magic Classic said, I think it's sweet that you are concerned with hurting someone's feelings. See, my story wasn't dumb. I was concerned.
You're sweet.
Well, I'm gonna tell a story, and I'm like, okay, and then I started disappearing. Like people started disappearing off my
Sally, I
panel.
was disappearing during the story, okay?
Do you want me to retell the story? No, I'm just kidding.
Back into it. It's the story we never read.
Yeah, tell me again just to piss Jason off.
Nikki, please don't tell the story again. They lost half their subs last time.
Damn.
Like
we actually got a thumbs down after that story.
Thelma Thrift, she wanted to know what the temp is in my car. Looks so cool that she's burning up in Texas. She would die in a car. Yeah, in the afternoon we would die in a car, but it's earlier in the morning, so we're good. We're only about, 60 degrees? 59. 59 degrees. So I could sit in my car without dying yet.
Dusty.
I can't see out the windows or anything.
Are you sitting in front of the lake?
No, I went over there, and that's when I started having issues with breaking up. So I came back over by the restaurant that I was at.
Mm.
They're having beef tips for lunch, so I'm thinking maybe I'll go have some beef tips for lunch later.
Yummer.
Well, you can eat so cheap. You get beef tips on noodles, and you get a big plate of it for like $5 or $6.
Yeah. That's
So
cool.
cheap. Yeah, lug nuts allowed in the car, but it's getting too warm in the afternoon. If I leave him in the car, people will call the police on me.
Oh yeah. Hey Nikki, you scared me when you said you were having a breakup problem. I thought it was like a marriage thing. I thought maybe you told that story to your husband or something.
You're just as bad because now you're sucking it back in.
Yeah, one of these mornings, we're going to be sitting there. She's going to be on the morning show, and all some cop's going to break the window and drag her out because they thought she got locked in.
Hey, yesterday I was in our van. We were at Tractor Supply. So Tara sends me to the van, and her and my kid go to the store and go gets in the grocery store that's right next to the Tractor Supply. I'm sitting in the van with the windows open with the 2 dogs. I had people walking up, and then they'd look and they'd see me in the van, and then they'd walk on. But they're like checking because there's dogs, and the windows are cracked like 6.
Yeah, and up here, there's always a breeze. You got that lake breeze. If it's 89 degrees outside, don't leave your dogs in the car. Yeah. But unless there's a nice breeze. But I had people call the police on me at 65, 70 degrees. And it's like, and I was parked in shade and everything else. And there was a nice breeze. And they still called the cops. And the cops even yelled at me for it. And I'm like, really? It's not even hot out here.
This isn't funny. I shouldn't have laughed. But yeah, we just had a canine dead. Like it's been about a year.
It wasn't on one of ours.
It was a canine. It was one of our sheriff deputies.
Oh yeah, the cop left it.
The deputy went in for lunch and forgot the dog in the car with the window up and killed his canine.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
So next time the cop yells at you, they ain't perfect either.
All right.
Exactly.
Can we switch the subject here, please?
Yes.
Good night.
I'll tell you a funny story. We were in Florida last summer, and Jim's with his mom, who's kind of she's like a typical old lady, and his dad doesn't get around very good. So they had to go in Home Depot to buy something. Jim's like, well, you could just wait in the car because it'd only take us 5 minutes. I'm like, no. Because she immediately shuts the car engine off in the middle of a parking lot in Florida when it's like, I don't know, 99 degrees out. She's like, for you and Grandpa. I'm like, I'm not sitting in a car out here. Because I know how these two are. 5 minutes is more like 30 minutes, So then she got mad because then she felt bad. So then she had to get a wheelchair and bring Grandpa in. I'm like, oh my God, your poor dad's getting sat out in Florida sunshine baking in the car. Which is probably
It does she leave him in the car when we're not with?
Of course. She was mad at me that I wouldn't sit in the car. I'm like, if you leave it running, I will.
Tim said 59 degrees here. They may be in winter coats. I'm actually in shorts and a t-shirt. And I'm hot. I'm ready to turn the AC on. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. All got quiet when I said that. I was like, sorry. Here I'm the conversation killer again.
Yeah, we're still
you
here.
know, I was gonna say, Nikki, you do look hot, and then I was like, wait, I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't have been a good choice of words, but thank you, Jason.
Your compliment for the day.
Yeah, I've heard that before. No. That's
Yeah,
funny.
I think today it's supposed to be in the low 80s, and then this weekend it's supposed to be in the 90s, like 95, 96.
Yeah, same here.
That's too hot for me.
So I'll be running the AC.
When it gets past like 72, I'm ready for the AC.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe even hitting the flea markets this weekend.
Yeah,
That should be fun. It's gonna be like 90, but I don't know. I need a little sun.
there you go.
Hmm.
You all hear that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it sounds like static.
Yeah, it's like a static something.
It just started.
I remember when I was a truck driver, I used to go over to like LA and Phoenix, Arizona and stuff. And I'd deliver to places and in the wintertime. And I'd be in shorts and a t-shirt ready to go to the beach, and I drive up to these gates, and these people would be in parkas and everything else and gloves, and I hop out of the truck and I'm like, hi, they're like, you must not be from around here. I'm like, nah, I swim in colder weather than this. Lake Superior, you can get a hypothermia in the summertime.
Yeah, it's cold. We went out on that glass bottom boat ride, and it was a nice day that day, but you go out on the water, and it's like 10 or 12 degrees cooler when you're out on the water there.
Those are cool. I did one of those glass bottom boat things when I went to Bermuda. That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool over there.
Got like a few sunken ships up there it's off of Munising in the bay. And then they take you over it, and then they tell you about the wreck, and it was really cool.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did too.
Yeah.
It was neat because around Bermuda the water's not very deep, or at least where we were, and some of the ships were even sticking out a little above the water.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Of course, the one wreck they're showing you like the toilet and stuff. I'm like, wasn't that nice? We've driven 170 miles to go look at a toilet, but it was cool.
Now, was it at night?
No, it was during the day.
Oh, so this was at night, and they put like light. There's lights all under the boat. They light up the underneath.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, they only do this one during the day. But it was cool. It was fun.
Eric, you okay?
Yeah, I'm just catching up on stuff.
Someone asked in the chat. That's fine.
Yeah, I just saw it. Just day by day, usual stuff.
Yeah. Yep. I'm on my second cup of coffee, and I never have a second cup of coffee.
I'm still on my first, so.
I have a lot to do today. I have like I don't know, 60 listings to get done.
I got a bunch of questions for you later.
Oh, do you? Okay, yeah.
Tool identification, shit that I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Well, no problem.
Things like, what's that?
It's a lathe dog.
Yeah, I would have never guessed that. I have like 4 of them.
It's called a dog. Great.
Of course.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I've got like 20 things to identify, and I don't know what they are. And some of them I can figure out, but I don't know if they're worth listing either. So.
Yep. No worries. I'll get you prices. I'll get you everything. You're all hooked up, brother. it's great having people that are friends that are special to certain things, you know.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true.
You don't know how many times I bounce things off Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Always happy to return the favor.
Have you checked the storage auctions?
That unit went up to 6 something last I checked, but I'm still not sure I'm even gonna bid. I'm so disappointed from the last one. Oh, actually, it's ending soon. Wait,
Yeah, it ends in about an hour.
let's see. You know, it's gonna be a 2-tripper, and it's in like Bergen or something.
Oh, is that the one that's in North Bergen?
I think so. Hold on, I'll know in a second. Oh, never mind. It's been pulled. Surprise, surprise.
Of course. Yeah,
What the
surprise.
fuck, man?
I think these things get pulled like weeks ago, and they just leave them up for the to drive traffic to the other ones.
Could be.
So why do they get? Why do
Go
they
ahead.
get?
You know,
They get pulled with a people pay.
I was watching a unit. No joke. When did that come up? Like 40 days ago? It was something like insane. 30 or 40
Yeah.
days. And I've been watching it, and it finally gets down to the last day, and I'm all set to bid. You know, the bidding's at like, what was it at? I think it was right before, it was like at 16, I think. And within the last hour, they pulled it. I was like, fuck. I was so pissed off.
There's no way that somebody waited to the very last second to pay for that.
Yeah.
So why do they do that?
Well, apparently, the person paid, but, you know, for the unit, you know, the original renter. But it's like, this keeps happening to me, like, within the last hour. So this is another one. Within the last 2 hours, it got yanked.
Huh.
And it's like, several units have been like this. So it's getting to the point that, like, there's got to be something more behind the scenes. No one just, you know.
You have entirely too many to get pulled the day of the auction. And it could be
it doesn't seem to matter.
Forget about them until, okay, here's a reminder that are these still active, and they just pull the ones that are down. But
Right.
it's frustrating because, like I said, we spent a week researching one auction and diving in, and I mean it wasn't just me and Jason. It was Dusty as well and Jim, and we were all researching all the different things we were looking at, trying to get as much information as possible because it was going to be an expensive unit, and it got pulled the last second. That was what was frustrating.
Was that the art one, Eric?
Yeah, the art unit.
Yeah. Fuck, I'm still pissed on that one, man. We spent hours.
Hours.
Because it was so much money. I was going to pull out a lot of money on that unit.
Yeah, we figured it was going to be in the. If you were to spend like $10,000 or $12,000 is what you were planning on spending, but we figured the payoff in that unit was $100,000 to $200,000 easy.
Mm-hmm. It's like I've never been so pissed off not to spend money before.
Yeah, that was when we were all telling Jason, if you don't buy it, I'm buying it. And hell, we're pulling all our money together. We're gonna go in on this one.
I know everyone's like, we're gonna drive down there. They're like booking flights and stuff.
Dusty was looking at flights. I was looking at rental trucks to see how much it would take and how long it would take me to get there, and hotels in the area. Yeah, we had it all planned out because it was a great unit. It's the best unit I've ever seen.
Wow.
I mean, it makes the best units you see on Storage Wars look like shit. I mean, it was that good.
Yeah.
That's when we were kind of hinting about, but we didn't really say anything, and because we didn't want anybody to tip off on that one. And that was frustrating.
And the killer part is on the last day, it was only at $40. Remember? I don't think no one knew what the fuck it was.
Nothing. I mean, it was. Yeah, we're calling our banks for lines of credit. We're gonna get this damn unit no matter what. And
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Yeah, when you have identifiable, very popular art that is out there, and this is not quite on the level of it was graffiti art, and it was actually the art house that used to supply all these guys that are there. You know, guys were like Banksy got his start and everything. It was that type of level of art.
They were very famous artists, all of them. There were several works of all different people that were in this collective group that worked out of a certain area. It was wild.
It was amazing. Yeah, I mean, there was a stack of posters that were in there. There's nothing more than just this small posters, and there was about a stack like that thick, and they were like $70, $80 a piece.
Wow.
I mean, it was probably $10,000
That
a
was
poster.
only the stack in the front. There were several in the back. I know. I'm still bummed. I have that storage place bookmarked in case that guy ever doesn't pay again.
Yeah, I don't. That was nuts.
There's a question in the chat from Thelma Thrift.
What's that?
She wanted to know what everybody's sourcing. What's the sourcing philosophy here? I'm staying put till July, selling but not all listed. Lots of G sales I'm missing. I said you got to make hay when the sun shines, but also you don't want to get over too much stuff either.
I'm sorry, did you say too much stuff? Is there such a thing?
I know, right? Me of all people.
If you,
But you know, sometimes it depends where you live too. I mean, like, I have auctions all over the place where I can get stuff just continuously. I can just get stuff all year long. But I do get most of my good stuff in the summertime when it's available. Because in the wintertime, our auctions are kind of cruddy and you get a lot of crap. So it's not as plentiful in the wintertime. So usually in the summertime, I'm going to all the auctions, buying what I want that's profitable, whether I can get it listed or not. And then I have it all winter long in case I get crap at the auctions.
Yeah, I try to do that when I can. Bulk up during the summer and then not have to keep up buying during the winter.
I home run shop. It's that simple. I mean, I shop for things that are going to bring me between $75 and $100. And that's it. If I got a big backlog, which I have a big backlog right now, you know, I'm not gonna not shop because there's just too many times you can pick up something for $5 or $10 that you can make 100 to 200 on.
Yeah.
You know, I listed a trombone last night. I picked up for $17. It's selling $180 range. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna pass up those type of deals, even if I've got a ton of stuff to list.
Yep.
I mean, I guess you gotta. I mean, it all depends on your cash flow and
your storage
capabilities and your family's level of tolerance for hoarding.
Yeah.
If there's enough good stuff and you're there, I just buy. And like if I run out of room, I'll just get a storage unit or whatever for that.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have to, and that's more auction buying as opposed to thrift store buying. Thrift store buying, you can kind of. Mm-hmm. You don't see home runs so much in the thrift stores. You see good stuff. You don't see the home run. You don't walk into a thrift store typically and buy something for $10 and get $1,000 out of it.
Yeah.
You know, you can do that at auction.
I can do that all the time at auctions. Buy shit for $5 or less and make over $100 on it. I do it all the time.
Yeah. But auctions are a different type of buying experience for people.
Mm-hmm.
I like summer on-site auctions better than like the winter in-house auctions because winter everyone's jack happy. So if it is a good auction, you draw a lot of people, and they have too much time to pick through everything, one item at a time.
Well, not just that, but you also got to realize that the in-house ones are going to be charging sales tax, and if you don't have a certificate, you're paying that extra % too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mine doesn't charge sales tax unless it's for a business.
It's very rare, at least in this area, that all sales going through an actual physical auction building are taxed. It's only
that's the law here. It goes through an auction house. They have to charge tax because it's at their place of business. But if it's on site, you're essentially paying the person for their own stuff. They won't charge sales tax for that, but they'll still charge a buyer's premium. So everything you're looking at is 10% higher than you think it's going to be. So usually 10, sometimes 20.
And bring cash to avoid that extra 3% credit card thing that pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
I don't worry about that because I write it off anyway because of my expenses. I use my PayPal credit card for it. So
yeah.
So to me, it's just a write-off. But yeah, it's still kind of. I mean, it does affect your cash flow by having that extra 3%. So
Well, you know what it is. You're not spending as much because sometimes I'm spending
well,
a
yeah,
lot.
when you spend
That
5 grand,
3%
you're
adds
talking
up.
300,
Yeah.
or 30. I mean,
My normal auction that I go to never charges a buyer's premium, never charges taxes unless it's a business. The other secondary auction that I go to, the only time they charge you 3% if you use a card, but if you use cash, and these are live auctions, they don't charge you a buyer's premium or sales tax because unless it's at a business.
it's
So
really
just
cheap. If you think about the fact that they're charging you for you paying them, because so they could offer a service that they really had better offer that service if they want to get people to actually spend any money anymore. Walmart doesn't charge you 3% more because you went in and used a credit card. I mean, it's just really kind of sad when you think about it.
I know up here the auction halls usually go under the fact that they do they're charging the buyer 10% and they're charging the seller between 20 and 30 depending on how much stuff they have.
Yeah, I don't know any auctioneer that's poor. Let me put it that way.
That's true. That's so true.
Mm-hmm. The main auction I go to, they don't accept cards at all. It's either cash or check.
Yeah, some are like that too. And some use the old system.
Practice in this day and age, when you won't take a card, because the card is where your money buyers are at. Nobody wants to walk around. Very few people want to walk around with $5,000 or $10,000 in their pocket. That's just most people. Now you got the old guys that love to do that type of stuff, and Jason's going to be one of those old guys.
Yeah, I kind of guilty on that.
I'm not carrying that much cash around. I mean, I carry guns sometimes. I'm not carrying that much cash around. It's just not. That's just silly to me.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't like doing that, but a lot of times it's either that or I have to. PayPal only has a 3,000 limit for charge, so then I have to split it up between a couple of cards and then charge that extra 3%. It just starts to get really annoying.
Yeah, I mean,
I just bring the checkbook.
Well, see, most of my auction houses won't take checks.
Most of mine will, but you need a bank authorization, a bank certificate or whatever.
Yeah, you need a certified check, basically.
Yeah.
You need a letter of intent from the bank. But most of mine up here don't do that either. I went to an equipment auction that if you wrote a check, you had to have a letter of intent from your bank.
See, I also go to a lot of like industrial auctions, and during those, they're really strict. Like, I'll be in like the middle of bidding, and they'll send runners out to collect cash from me.
Wow.
Yeah, because they want guaranteed funds while you're like throughout the whole process of the day.
Oh.
And it's very annoying sometimes because I'd
be like, what the hell out of my face? I'm doing my business here.
Yeah.
I'll double up when I'm done.
It never fails when it's like a lot of like, say, 5 or 10 items. I want to make sure I buy all those, and then there's some guys like poking me for money.
That'd be way bad business.
Yeah, I mean, it's really kind of silly when you think about it. Auctioneers get really stupid when it comes to the money end of it, because they're not even paying their sellers until usually at least a week afterwards. I mean, that's pretty standard out here. Is you have to wait at least a week for your funds, even though they may have gotten cash. And I'm fine with that. That's the deal you make. Okay, I'll wait a week and everything. But they make it hard to pay, which is the total anti-retail philosophy of how can we make it easy for you to pay.
I know, right? You'd think they would.
And it's not even their stuff.
I mean, I doubt there's much fraud in that because you have to like give your license to register to bid and everything.
There's always, I mean, you have more bad checks than you have just out and out fraud. I mean, I see bad checks, so I get why people don't want to take checks.
Yeah, I understand that.
That makes perfect sense to me. I mean, if you don't trust the person, if you don't know the person, but I mean, think about how many auctions do you go to when you're an unknown? I mean, I don't go to too many where I'm not known, at least.
Oh, see, I do because I bounce all over the place because I'm looking for specific items.
I mean,
I mean, I'm familiar with a lot of
A
auctioneers.
lot of the same auction houses, though.
Yeah. I do have a lot of regular places, but on top of that, I'm still bouncing all over the
Yeah,
place.
every now and then you bounce out. But I mean, that's where the credit card needs to come into play, and then they charge you for it. So.
Yeah, I think I told you that one time I only had that 3,000 limit, and I didn't have any other cards with me. And the auctioneer came up to me midway through the thing. He's like, "How come you stopped buying?" And I told him, and he gave me a line of credit. I was like, "Sweet."
Sold
And
again.
I took care of him right away.
Yeah, but that's also some of that. If you're a buyer that you go out and you hit a lot of auctions, you get that reputation. They trust you.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of auctioneers are real happy when they see me enter the room sometimes, because they know that not necessarily that I'll buy everything, but I'll bump the pricing up to more in general.
Oh yeah, I was well known in my one when I lived in West Virginia, the auction houses. I would start bids for them.
Yeah.
Because they knew I'm not going to. I have no patience. So I mean, I'm sitting there. Let's go. We don't need to run everything down to $1. It's worth 300. And you want to run it down to $5 before you start bidding. I'll throw a $50 bid out. I have no intention of buying it, but I know it's going to go for more than the $50 I'm going to bid on it. I just want to get it moving. I want to get the stuff that I want to buy up there fast. That way, buddy.
Exactly. And sometimes there'll be like a huge table lot of stuff, and they'll be like, "Well, should we do this by the piece, or maybe we'll do choice?" And then I'll be like, "How about we start at 500 for the whole table?" And he's like, "Okay." And I'm like, that speeds everything up so much.
Oh yeah. Not to mention you just pissed off everybody around you.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh god, I'm always pissing people off. Yeah. Oh well.
That's the way we are at like farm equipment auctions. We're not afraid to spend,
Oh yeah, of course. 'Cause anything like that, tools, machinery. It's not. You're not gonna in lots and stuff. You're not gonna pay $5 or $10.
No.
It's gonna go up high. So a lot of times I'll jump bid to stop the flow of the auction.
Yeah, it makes people realize that you're serious.
Yeah, it'll be like 50, 60, 70, and I'll hold up my hand. I'll be like 300, and just cut everything off, and then people have to stop, and everyone's confused because the whole momentum is off now.
I love it when somebody jumps the bid on you, and then you double their bid back at them. I'm gonna jump the bid. 100, 200. Wait a minute.
Well, that's like
he knows what he's buying.
When I'm buying stuff for resale, if I miss out on it, I don't care. No big deal. Stuff always comes back around at the auctions. Unless it's something I really, really want, but usually most stuff I'm just like, whatever. Anyways, because there's just so much stuff that I can get, so many home runs that I can get, But when I'm seriously bidding, I had this one guy, he's like, "You never go up that high," because I started out high. And I was like, "Yeah, but this isn't something I'm going to resell. This is something I'm keeping." It's totally different,
Yeah, Jason, this is going to be your Bobo here in a few months.
Oh,
oh,
God, he's so big.
Oh,
he's got the same colors, actually. I didn't notice that.
Cute.
Oh.
One little cuddler.
Oh yeah.
What's his weight?
His weight? He's 110.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a box spring.
Box spring.
The boxer and a Springer Spaniel.
Yeah. Oh no, you don't need to take a shower.
Yeah, he gets good kids.
We got some feedback.
Yeah, we got a little bit of feedback.
Max Back was talking about how auctioneers do very well. Yeah, I don't know any auctioneer that isn't doing very well, unless he's expanded far greater than he can grow his business.
I've seen a couple of auctioneers that were pretty beat, but they were crappy auctioneers, or crappy places.
you got the $1, $2 auctioneers that they start everything at $1 and they're lucky if they get 5. That's not good. But
basically they don't get good good people bringing inventory in.
I mean, but that's pretty rare. Even the worst auctioneers typically do pretty well. It's the ones that, they have a couple of good auctions, and a great example. I said when I was in West Virginia, it was a crappy little every Saturday afternoon auction. They would typically do probably $5,000 at the whole auction for the entire day, and they got one auction in there where they bought out a huge storage. It was actually not storage; they were semis full of stuff. Turns out it was full of really cool vintage camera equipment, and they made like $200,000 on the auction. And suddenly everybody's driving new cars. They spruced up the auction house, and then the next week they were back to doing $1, $2 auctions. And they suffered for it because they spent all their money making themselves look pretty, but they weren't that type of auction house.
It all comes down to having some business sense.
Yeah, you can't be a bad businessman to be you can be a great auctioneer, but you can still be a bad businessman. And I was managing an auction house for a little while, and he was a great auctioneer. He just didn't quite have a great handle on the business. And then it was right before I moved out of there, and then he left his wife and hooked up with the next hot chick and lost half his business to his wife. I mean, it means stupid stuff like that.
Right.
But you gotta still have some business sense. I mean, it's no different than you can be a bad eBayer by buying bad crap and wondering why it doesn't sell.
So Sally, we need a challenge.
I propose a new challenge. We all wake up on time for the show. That's our challenge for the week.
All this friggin' auction talk, I feel like buying now. Thanks, Eric.
There you go. Got you in the mood.
I know, totally.
I know. I was thinking about not going to the auction tonight. Now I'm thinking about it.
I would go to the auction and I was pick up a dryer. So,
oh man,
if you're trying to help out the kids, you buy something you hadn't really planned on buying.
Okay, so what kind of challenge do we want to do? Just a quick one to Monday?
Yeah.
How many should we do?
Everybody have stuff to list.
Oh, I'm not.
What?
I can't.
Jason's never in this. He's always.
I like kind of just like go to my own. I march to my own beat, kind of like I don't like to.
Jason is made 1998, so he's fine with not being involved in the challenges.
Sorry, guys.
He'd still accept cash and money orders to the mail if he could. So
I wouldn't go that far. At least he didn't say checks.
I remember taking checks.
God, remember that? Having to wait like 7 days for it to clear and shit. Jesus.
And that was tough because I was selling quantity back then, and it was keeping track of stuff because I had closed a Kmart and I'd bought all their camera equipment and all their jewelry and stuff, and I was selling. I mean, I'd have 50 things lined up waiting to get paid for to get shipped, and it was getting crazy.
I think I told you once, like back near the beginning of eBay when I was doing it, I was selling a fair amount of volume even then. I was under investigation from the postmaster because they thought I was running a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
All these checks coming in. They like never, like eBay was like just started. So, no one knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. My bank would put 7-day holds on everything I was getting in. Cause you're just, I mean, you walk in with 10 checks from 10 different people from all across the country. And they're like, what's going on? And you're like, I sell on eBay, and everybody's like, what's that? What's eBay?
Yeah, I got holds on my checks too at my bank because of that. All of a sudden I'm bringing in all these checks and money orders, and they were like, "What's going on?" Because nobody knew what eBay back then.
The only reason I knew
they were all confused by it.
The only reason I knew is because I knew the postman, and he told me, and I told him, it was the eBay thing, and then he told the postmaster, and then they were like, oh, okay, and that was the end of that. So I never really had to go into the post office and explain and all that to the postmaster. So but it was just funny that happened.
Yep.
Where's Sherry Cheerfulness at? I haven't seen her in a couple of days.
Bermuda.
Oh, that's right.
I think she's on a cruise actually, but I don't know if she's in Bermuda right now. But I know she was going on vacation. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot
Although
about that.
no excuse not to be on the show. You could be on the show from the beach in Bermuda. We're fine with that. So.
Yeah.
Those roaming charges might add up a little bit, but that's okay.
Roaming charge. You don't get no reception on a phone out in sea.
Oh, I remember when I worked for Ollie's, one of the guys went on vacation and forgot to turn his phone off of roaming, and was down in Mazatlan, Mexico, and Cozumel and everything, and he got back with a $900 bill from the roaming charges every time he checked his email.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
And Ollie's is the type of company that said, okay, here's your bill. We'll take it out of your check, or you can just write us a check for it. Good stuff cheap means they don't pay nothing. So.
Wow.
Right.
Great business philosophy, actually.
So how many should we do?
You should list $1,000 between now and Monday.
Do what?
You should list $1,000 between now and Monday. If you have one item to sell for $1,000, list it up. If not, just you have to list retail value or your eBay asking value to be $1,000.
That's doable.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
yeah, I mean, that's
I could try.
What day is Thursday, right? So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So that's 5 days. You got to list $250 a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think actually that's a good one.
Just to be a little different.
Yeah.
Jim and Tara will probably list 2 items and they'll be done.
Well, right now because we have about 5 things you're trying to do. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that sounds good.
If your clothing list is going to be a little bit tougher, I just picked up 38 sweaters at an auction. So I mean, the average price on those is going to be about $25 to $30. So that's if I list all of those, I'll be over $1,000. So it's really not too difficult if you have higher priced items.
No.
Yeah. Well, everybody in the chat's saying that they like that, so we'll go with that.
Yeah. So
See how it works out.
Yeah. List $1,000 at least.
Yeah.
In items, and then we'll end it on Monday at the show.
If you think about it, because typically when you list new stuff, you sell some of that stuff you've listed.
Sure.
It's new; it's never been on eBay before, so you sell it. So if you sell 30% of that, everybody's looking at making like $300 over the next 4 days.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's how I measure how I list. I don't really measure by how many items I list. I measure by how many dollars I'm putting up.
I measure by height
and width.
We measure by length.
Girth.
Okay, now it went.
Sally's all about the girth.
Oh my gosh. What a day.
Don't look up girth in Pornhub, Tara.
Oh my god.
Whatever you do.
Poor Sally.
Wasn't me.
Control yourself.
So did you do your shoe thing? Are you wearing them right now?
No. I
No?
asked for more money and they said never mind.
Oh, okay.
Were you trying to get into fetish eBaying now?
No, I had somebody ask me for to see if I would wear out some shoes. And they weren't like specifically saying, "Oh, I need you to wear these." And make them sweaty and stinky or anything like that. They were just saying to wear them like while I was driving and stuff like that, so it could really like wear them in. And then like to tear up the sides of them.
Yeah, that's fetish stuff.
Well,
And then they okay, wait now, Eric. And then they didn't want her to send them to them. They wanted to pick it up, you know, do local pickup because they lived in the area. And everybody's like, "Don't do it."
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. But
yeah,
no, yeah, that's. I mean, there's a lot of money in that stuff, believe me, but it's not usually not worth the hassle.
right. Well, as soon as I said, well, I told them that I wanted to send them to them, even though they lived close. And I said that I wanted because basically it's a task along with, you know, and so they weren't into that. So
yeah, I mean, all you got to do is just start selling women's shoes in larger sizes and make them rough condition, you know, well worn, stuff like that. Yeah, you'll get decent money out of them. You get like $40-$50 a pair.
yeah.
You know, these are mine that I wore out. You know, stuff like that. That's all you got to say. Put in the listing.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
And I can just pour chicken ramen noodle soup water in them and let them sit, and that makes them stinky.
Oh, you really did that out.
That's what I did last time. And they
Oh.
were like, "Oh, these were super stinky." And I'm like, "Yeah, they should have been because I poured just enough to like saturate it a little bit, and then I left them out. And I bet they smelled pretty gross."
And how much did you get for them?
I think I got 30 for those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was gonna do. Frankie's finds. I was going to have Brandon meet them anyways. I wouldn't have met them.
Yeah, but that might have been bad because, you know, the guy could have been like, "Oh, it was you. I wondered."
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they clonk Brandon on the head, and they're wearing a skin suit made out of them.
Yeah.
Yes, but we could identify him from the waist up then. So, you know.
Yeah, that's a little too freaky for me. A little too freaky.
Come on, Jason, you're on Storage Treasures right now, aren't you?
Well,
No,
that's what I was trying to say, was that it's not it, you know, foot fetish to me, it's not really all that bad because there's a lot worse stuff that, you know, people can get into and want from you, you know. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I don't have a problem with it, you know. I really don't. I'm not a foot fetish person, but if they're gonna pay the money, yeah, we're all about the cha-chings. Get it?
Get it?
Why, thank you.
Is that you, Sally?
It's me.
No, it was Jason.
Oh.
Ow.
I want some
Ow,
cha-chings
Jason.
though.
Hear that.
Very rarely do I wake up without having anything to ship, so I shipped everything I sold yesterday, so
Yeah.
got a lower off. I got $100 off on the trombone. I want a little bit more than that. So.
Yeah. How much do you think you're gonna get out of that?
It should. It's a King Thompson. It's a King Cleveland Thompson 606. It should sell for about 175.
Wow.
So I sent him back at 165 just to try to move it, but it'll sell. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. $100 off within the first hour is not bad.
Yeah. Well, sounds good.
Yeah, $18 for it. It's probably going to cost me $25 to ship because it's going to be a long box.
Yeah, it's only a piano, but it's side.
But probably have to put two eBay tubes together to fit in there, right?
Bro.
If not, I got a tube box that should fit it.
Yeah.
That was a $450 cha-ching too. That was a big one.
Nice. Would you
Now
sell?
that speedy leather belt making thing.
Oh, the one the guy was emailing you about?
Yeah, it was him. Yeah.
Cool.
So I guess he was able to, you were able to answer all his questions through email?
Yeah, his wife took over.
Ah, good. I still quite don't understand, unless he has like severe dyslexia or something, why would he not be able to use a keyboard?
Especially since he typed out the first message just fine.
Yeah. Of course, it could have taken, I mean, maybe he's got the shakes real bad and it takes him like an hour to type something out. But
I'll find out what it is.
Oh.
And then we get the picture. I think I might get the blue boat out. And I'm definitely going to go in.
Where are you gonna put it?
I'll fucking do it.
Oh, because you're gonna pull.
Shut up. We're going to pull the motor. This will do it quicker. I'll pull the motor in the string. I'll get the thing to the deck like we said we were going to do.
All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap up the show. Let's see. Jack Smack says, whatever happened to that person?
he never got back. I remember he never got back with the guy who sent the message. I have a horrible memory for things like that.
Oh,
But yeah, I remember he saying he emailed him and he never got back to him. It was Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, wherever in the buy sell on Craigslist for look up, see if he's still trying to sell it. It's a nice deal if the guy would actually put a decent price on it. Who knows what he's asking for?
Yeah.
But you'd be listing belts for 10 years.
All right, guys, everybody have a great day and lots of decisions and
List your $1,000.
Bye, all.
listening.
Lots of
We'll talk
sales.
to you later.
Peace.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, everybody.
Bye.